Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Infi versus Blind Descent. Where this game taking place here on Northern Isle. Infi has spawned as the blue orc over here on the top right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Blind Descent spawning as the red Night Elf. Yes, Night Elf versus human in this 1v1. Nice wife supporting, promoting PC gaming. Yeah, well, no, she was the one who actually encouraged me to start casting. I don't know if you guys know this, but it was about 11 years ago now where I was playing Warcraft 3 and as gamers often do, getting very frustrated at your win-loss ratio while playing Warcraft 3 and getting mad as Todd, just complaining about things about the state of the game. But this was like patch 1.28, so even though it was the heyday of human, or a post heyday of human, it still felt like I couldn't win with any of those races.
Work complete. Work complete.
Anyways, yeah. So I'm glad someone joked around with me. Anyways, yeah. So getting mad, and my wife looked at me and said, "You know what? You need to find a better way to enjoy your Warcraft 3 gaming and just enjoy your gaming." So I said, "Well, I could always start casting instead." And half jokingly, she's like, "Yeah, you should do
Ready to
that."
work.
And I'm like, "Well, I'll need a new computer." She's like, "Oh yeah, go ahead and build one." And well, 11 years later, here I am. I think this is the third computer I've built, or maybe just the second computer I built. Um, yeah, I think this is the second computer I built now.
Ready to work.
Since that particular time, building a casting computer that had good microphone setup.
Work
Being able to
complete.
plug into an SM58 into your computer is not your standard run-of-the-mill computer by any stretch of the imagination. And this was all really before Twitch took off and all of those
Work
USB
complete.
microphones, really high-quality microphones without having to get
Work
quarter-inch and
attack.
XLR inputs into a base computer. So yeah, Infi doing it again. Now I will say Infi has gone for a Tauren Chieftain with Shockwave first and Headhunters. Don't even have to say anything else. Well, Infi being Infi, opening up with a Tauren Chieftain first, and with a Tauren Chieftain first, what does he really hope to do
Work
here? We're going to get some
complete.
damage here. This one Headhunter actually getting ensnared. Tauren Chieftain does want to back away, has to be a little bit careful, and Infi purposely pulling back the creeps, giving in a little bit of distance, trying to get a little bit of, getting one more shot. There it goes. Tauren Chieftain could have a very bad day, though. No entangle. Wow, that was absolutely huge, as the Tauren Chieftain wants to run
We're
over to the
under
Voodoo Lounge,
attack.
unable to do exactly that since the Voodoo Lounge is not yet up and operational. What is Infi going to do here? He's going to be playing with a 47 hit point Tauren Chieftain, trying to make its way
Work
back to the
complete.
Voodoo Lounge, as during this time we're looking at Blind Descent going after this one small creep camp here, perhaps trying to get to level 2. Isn't Tauren Chieftain uncommon but not rare? Headhunter support is common. Well, Tauren Chieftain second is not that rare. Tauren Chieftain first um, is probably the last amongst all of the orc heroes. Farseer, Blade Master, Shadow Hunter, is completely common. In a 1v1, Tauren Chieftain first just does not seem to make a lot of sense. And hiding behind the gold mine. Infi being able to dodge Blind Descent, hiding behind the gold mine, and Blind Descent, I guess, living up to his name, completely not seeing that Tauren Chieftain, and that was absolutely
We're
beautiful,
under
using
attack.
using the limited viewability, the limited sight range during night to be able to run around. That was absolutely key right there, as the Tauren Chieftain is currently sitting alive and well, at least for now. All right. Yeah, a Crota. Yeah, I have cast a Tauren Chieftain first before, but then again, in 11 years of casting, I have seen and cast a lot of
Vengeance for soldiers.
interesting things. You can't really claim like, oh, it's not uncommon. Crota's cast it and seen it before. I can still say it's uncommon even if I have seen it. We're looking at Endurance Aura here. Headhunters in that frontline spot. Where are they going to perhaps try to be going? Ogre Magi absorbing a little bit of that damage there. Endurance Aura, as we're looking at this Headhunter purposely trying to back away, pulling away a little bit that aggro, as we're going to look at this now. Tuskar Warrior taking quite a little bit of damage with that heavy armor. No protection from all of that piercing damage, unlike this Tuskar Trapper. All right, we're looking at a Keeper of the Grove Illusion coming in here. Meanwhile, this is the real Keeper of the Grove coming across as the Headhunters now make their way down to the south. Entangle onto a Headhunter there. Damage going back onto that Keeper of the Grove. Headhunters versus Archers. What is going on? Scroll of Town Portal that saved that Headhunter there. And I guess if you know for certain that you're going to lose that Headhunter, using a Scroll of Town Portal, well, kind of equalizes the cost just a little bit more, as the Tauren Chieftain now makes its way back down to the south. All right, we're looking at the tracker trying to, well, go after those illusions, deal a little bit of damage here. 2 illusions being left behind. Tauren Chieftain just going to head over to the shop, go after the illusions, try and take them down, as a Goblin Shredder is now added in. What is going on here? Goblin Shredder added in. There's another Troll Headhunter. It's going to about get taken out. The Shredder actually trying to escape free, and will be able to do exactly that, as Scroll of Speed now being used as the Shredder tries to run away. Inner Fire on that one tracker. Is it going to really matter? No, it is not. Everyone just trying to run back, as well. Infi wanted to make sure he had enough gold. Tauren Chieftain with a potion of mana maxed out, selling that Scroll of the Beast, picking up some more healing items, as well as we are teching straight into tier 3 without a secondary hero. All right, Tauren Chieftain often seen as a second hero or a support hero, now not getting any support heroes to fight alongside him. Shockwave now ripping through that army there, as the unit should get taken down quickly. Wisp quickly doing a run by. We are looking at the Keeper of the Grove also clearing out his expansion, as well as the Tree of Life is already up and running, ready to go. Talisman of Evasion going to make that Tauren Chieftain a little bit more difficult to finish off. Level 3 armor already, adding in a little bit of evasion will definitely help, as a little bit more healing comes across and through. Mass Archer army here for Ice Troll going to get taken out. Entangled Gold Mine now underway, as the Tauren Chieftain could try and get in a little bit more damage across the entire Orc army, as we're going to be looking at perhaps Headhunters with Berserker upgrade coupled with levels as 2 Endurance Aura should be very fast damage indeed, as we're looking at the Goblin Zeppelin flying back ahead, taking a little bit of shock, or taking a little bit of damage there. All right, Tracker going to get taken down. What item is dropped? It is another Talisman of Evasion, not the item he was looking for, as a Demon Hunter coming in from blind. A perfect stop to that Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain gonna perhaps try and go shopping right here, buy a Scroll of Town Portal, and then head their way back once more, perhaps heading their way all the way down to the south. A Keeper of the Grove looking for where perhaps Infi was, not knowing that the Tauren Chieftain is already there. Are we going to see a Shockwave? Yes, it is going to be a Shockwave through. Oh, mana burn, 50 mana already gone. Tauren Chieftain continuing to retreat all the way back down to the south here. And well, perhaps going to try and stop this expansion from being able to mine too much, while peons are going to be setting up an expansion of their own. Nope, Goblin Zeppelin decides that it is not worth risking that fight at all, as the Troll Witch Doctors are now all about onto the battlefield, perhaps trying to place down a lot of wards. Berserker with fast attack speed. Tauren Chieftain hoping to get to level 4 for level 2 Endurance Aura. We're going to see, one Berserker getting taken down, and perhaps more units will be popping up out of the ground. Keeper of the Grove being extremely aggressive here, trying to go after some of these units. There's a Scroll of the Speed. Are they going to be able to jump inside as well? That Keeper of the Grove wanting to finish off. Oh, Zeppelin down to 98 hit points, able to back away again. This one Berserker just getting absolutely entangled. All right, bad news there. Goblin Zeppelin down to 40 hit points, gonna get dropped back down onto the ground. Keeper of the Grove already in position, gonna try to finish things off there. Gonna go ahead and entangle one of those Berserkers, as things are not looking good for Infi at all. Down to 29 supply compared to 48. Night Elf having the expansion already up, and having 1,000 gold advantage. All right, Infi definitely behind right now as the Keeper of the Grove rushes back off to the north to try and stop these watchtowers. Are we going to get a repair? No, we are not. No repairs in time. Tauren Chieftain going to show up. There is an entangle. Are we going to see a shockwave perfectly lined up as the Tauren Chieftain still has a little bit of mana, well, to try and finish off the remaining units. One watchtower there, down to 50 hit points. Constant repairing as the Demon Hunter is at level 2 and the Keeper of the Grove just gets to level 4. All right, Demon Hunter may be able to get to level 3. Tauren Chieftain going to get surrounded, going to fall, and this will give level 3 to the Demon Hunter most likely. There it goes. Level 2 mana burn is going to be on the table. Peon after peon is falling. Bad news indeed for Infi. Infi is down to 26 supply with 800 gold. He is losing in all aspects of the game. He is losing in expansion. He is losing in hero level. He is losing in army size. He is losing in gold. He is currently ahead in tech, but that too is also going to be coming to an end. Tauren Chieftain, well, trying to make his way back out onto the battlefield. Fortified armor, absolutely critical in this fight here. Shaman are in the back here, perhaps going to try and dive on in, as well as this one peon working overtime, but not going to be able to save this orc burrow at all. All right, more fighting getting underway. Demon Hunter, all Headhunters coming back over. Tauren Chieftain might try to launch. Oh, that was a beautiful shockwave going across multiple units as the Shredder going to get taken down. There it goes. Purge onto the Demon Hunter. Scroll of Town Portal trying to retreat back here as we're looking at all those units heading back out. Did we see a lightning shield? No, no lightning shield to try and finish off any of those units. Ancient of Lore. Well, dual Ancients of Lore now getting added in. That's a little bit late by Blind. If he knew he was going to be wanting Ancients of Lore, he should have placed them down much earlier during Tier 2 so he could have started getting perhaps bear training going already. Now, well, Infi has a bit of time to try and get back into this game, and that's something you never want to give a Master Warcraft 3 player like Infi, is time. We are looking at level 4 on that Tauren Chieftain. If that Tauren Chieftain gets up to level 5, well, level 3 shockwaves could, well, spell certain doom for many archers. Level 3 shockwave does, well, eat through those archers very quickly. It is going to be up to that Demon Hunter to dive on into those dangerous situations and mana burn this Tauren Chieftain before this Tauren Chieftain, well, ends up getting off too many shockwaves. We do see some stasis traps, though. Oh, stasis traps could, well, make things very, very sticky, so to speak, for the Night Elf army, as they're going to be all lined up with and unable to retreat back. All right, Demon Hunter, in comes some Trents off to the side here. Are we going to be looking at the Demon Hunter making its way off to the north? It sees the Tauren Chieftain, wants to get the mana burn off, does get a mana burn off. There goes a shockwave, almost takes down an archer as the Demon Hunter, well, the Demon Hunter going after this Tauren Chieftain here. Orb of Venom also on the Keeper of the Grove, adding in a bit more damage. A little, also buys a Clarity Potion, also has a Potion of Mana for an additional shockwave after a mana burn. As, oh, the barracks is going to finish off this Demolisher. No, it is not, as the units are trying to retreat back here. All right, Demon Hunter trying to retreat back here. Losing that barracks is absolutely key. Unable to train up any additional units. Meanwhile, we do have an expansion off to the north here, so we could see some barracks being placed down here in just a moment. Tauren Chieftain looking for, trying to see what it could perhaps possibly do. Wants to get more mana. Demon Hunter going to be able to come in and just mana burn right there, resetting all of that time the Tauren Chieftain had trying to get mana from that Clarity Potion. Coming back a ways away again, while archers trying to hide off to the north. Archers trying to make their way back over. As we're looking at the Demon Hunter going after this watchtower here. Tauren Chieftain could come in from behind. Thank you for the follow with a well lined up shockwave. That is going to be the question, as the archers are still trying to add in a bit more, or trying to finish up this great haul. All right, Tauren Chieftain right here, a scroll of speed. Shockwave comes down. There it goes through all of those units, as the Tauren Chieftain still has plenty of mana to go. All right, a well-timed shockwave could be absolutely key. It is going to come down to mana. There's the shockwave going down, finishing off 2 archers. Mana burn finally does go down, though, as the Tauren Chieftain making their, thank you for the raid. Wow. All right, Torrent Chieftain now trying to make its way back over again. Torrent Chieftain trying to hide back down, down to the south. Thank you from Wonder Bomb for the raid here, as we're looking at more and more units continuing to just regather here. Infi is getting time. Torrent Chieftain needs to heal back up tremendously. Meanwhile, the Keeper of the Grove and the Keeper of the Grove and the Demon Hunter with Mountain Giants now should be able to hold back a large number of units. Torrent Chieftain now with a potion of invisibility, as oh, there goes a shockwave going through all of those units once more. Torrent Chieftain used a potion of mana, able to finish off another 2 archers right there. Beautiful, beautiful execution once more. Witch Doctors, Shamans, Berserkers now retreating back. 79 supply compared to 41. And somehow Infi has fought his way back into this game. Not quite sure how, as we are now looking at a Shadow Hunter second. Shadow Hunter second should be able to get, well, primarily give another target for mana burn, which is absolutely key. Mana burn targets more on cooldown. It should give the Torrent Chieftain many more opportunities to lay down those shockwaves. Also buying a potion of greater mana as well. Torrent Chieftain sitting on 211 mana. Is he going to get off a shockwave? Yes, gets a shockwave off there. Torrent Chieftain trying to catch up. Is he going to get, well, almost gets choked up on a frog, unable to run away. We're looking at another clarity potion being used once more. All right, those Mountain Giants going to be grabbing those clubs, trying to take down those buildings. This is exactly what Blind Descent needed in order to get back into this, or take down, try and finish off the game. 46 supply compared to 79, as we're looking at, well, multiple stasis traps being placed down here. All right, is this going to turn into, well, multiple watchtowers here? We're going to be looking at some repairs. Torrent Chieftain, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, as the archers are now running for the hills. They know what's already up. There's a shockwave going through some of those Mountain Giants. Those Mountain Giants still trying to bash away on those watchtowers, as the Torrent Chieftain going to try to line up another attack here. Mana Burn going to come across. There goes the shockwave. Mana Burn only for 5. Beautifully done, as the Torrent Chieftain going to wait 4 seconds more to line up another shockwave here. Meanwhile, down to the south, we're looking at massive repairs, as all of these units are just absolutely getting taken out. Did we see another shockwave? Yes, it did, as we are now looking at massive repairs on this watchtower here. This watchtower actually fairly well protected by peons. However, the Mountain Giants, even though it is a melee attack, has a little bit of range, able to get in that damage. All right, this is a trading of the expansions, actually. Shadow Hunter down here could be able to get up to level 2 here. Meanwhile, this expansion is somehow still actually up, as we're looking at the Mountain Giants. Are they taking damage? Yes, they are taking damage from that spiked barricades, even though they are technically ranged, as the Shadow Hunter, well, comes into the main base here. Are we going to be looking at, well, Witch Doctors with, I would have thought, a couple of, well-timed Scroll of Town Portal, now trying to retreat back. I would have thought if the Witch Doctors were there early enough, they could place down a couple of, place down a couple of stasis traps in the right location to stun the army, to line up a couple of shockwaves, as the Torrent Chieftain spending, well, all of his allowance on those mana potions and greater mana potions. Great game going back and forth here. Infi is still down by over 30 supply, and still somehow keeping this game interesting. Torrent Chieftain sitting at level 5, backing away from the fight here as a Shadow Hunter, while getting some Bloodlust. Okay, we're going to go into Bloodlusted, Berserk, high-level endurance, or a very fast attack speed units here. They are currently not in Berserk mode, as the units are now trying to retreat back here. All of the Sentry Wards, perhaps, and the Goblin Zeppelin scouting out what is going on. Torrent Chieftain makes its way back down here. Oh, gonna get Mana Burn for all of his trouble, and no easy way out. Staff of Teleportation will get him back home. All right, now back home here. Shockwave trying to go after those archers. Archers retreating back at the last possible second again, as the Demon Hunter, well, has his eyes set on that Torrent Chieftain. All right, Torrent Chieftain, is it going to be able to get off a shockwave? Yes, it does. It hits down one archer. Some of the other archers able to dodge, though, as the Torrent Chieftain still has a potion of mana again. All right, healing wards in the back here. Archers don't actually want to try and attack it, interestingly enough, because of the distance and then trying to get with it out of the range of that Tauren Chieftain. All right, healing ward finally taken out. There goes a stasis trap. Stasis traps and healing wards alongside Tauren Chieftain first. A great battle as the shockwave goes through some more units. Mountain Giants could end up getting taken down. They're finally backing away. Very low hit point Berserker able to stay alive as a couple of Trents could end up getting taken down. Tauren Chieftain, how close is it to level 6? Not quite close enough. We need to see some more healing wards to heal up all of these units. Where are they going? Very well, healing salve can do the job as well. All right, Witch Doctor getting caught outside of the castle gates, so to speak. Easily finished off there as the peons are still working, as we're looking at, well, about 3 minutes of mining left. All right, Tree of Eternity should be uprooting and making its way over to the natural expansion momentarily. Tauren Chieftain, while trying to back away, there's a purge onto the Demon Hunter. Staff of Preservation saves right there. All right, Staff of Preservation saves right there. Tauren Chieftain uses a Potion of Mana, picked up that Pendant of Energy again. Healing Ward being placed down, and well, one of the downsides normally for Orc is that they do not have good access to healing. With that said, oh, there goes another Archer again. Tauren Chieftain getting very close to level 6. Could actually get to level 6 from all of these. Oh, is it going to be enough? No, 10 experience shy. 10 experience shy. The Shadow Hunter taking away some of that precious experience. The Tauren Chieftain could have gotten into reincarnation. Does not have it. Wanting to go after a couple of those units instead. Is going to be able to get a mana burn off. Oh, in comes the mana burn, and there goes level 6 right there. Tauren Chieftain able to teleport out of that tough spot, and now, well, may just end up getting taken out. Gold mine down to, well, 1,500 gold here, 1,300 gold down here, as the headhunters and all these units are going to try and engage once more. Mountain Giants 3-1 upgrades, 30 supply advantage still. Tauren Chieftain going after some of those units. Stasis traps are down. Mana burn onto the Shadow Hunter as the, well, Tauren Chieftain pretty much says, you can catch me, but I'll just continue to get knocked down and get back up again. There's nothing you can really do to keep me down, as we're still looking at the archers continuing to fight here. Stasis traps are down, but none of them are activating. Tauren Chieftain is a one-man army, not caring if he dies whatsoever, as the Tauren Chieftain is pretty much attacking all of these mountain giants still. Stasis trap does go through. Tauren Chieftain is right amongst all of those units. Is he going to end up getting surrounded? He does not want to get surrounded, because if he does get surrounded, well, that means the rest of the army has to show up to try and protect him. All right, there goes a mana burn. There goes a shockwave through many of those middle units. And what happened to that Tauren Chieftain? Now, Tauren Chieftain, where did he go? Oh, Tauren Chieftain running back down to the south here. Losing sight, another beautiful shockwave through the middle as the Tauren Chieftain now finally out of mana. Well, there goes stasis traps, adding in much more damage. And Infi throws in the GG. Yep, I'm at a loss. Like, what just happened? No more mana on the Tauren Chieftain. Too many mountain giants. No easy way to deal with the mountain giants and that medium armor. Eventually, it felt like the writing was on the wall that the Keeper of the Grove would get to level 6. And once the Keeper of the Grove is at level 6, also no additional gold, well, things would have just gone... things just would have gone south from there. That was a great game, but yeah, I'm just as lost as you guys are. But at the same time, Orc had a 30 supply advantage throughout that matchup, right? Infi was definitely doing more with less, and Infi was playing a better game, given the playing the hand that he was dealt after getting caught in some sticky situations. But still, a really entertaining game. Getting to see first stasis traps. Some of them didn't seem to be triggering as quickly as I thought they should have. And so that was also a bit of a problem as well. Infi ultimately losing the expansion, and both bases were mined out. He was down 30 supply. Even if he was able to save a couple of those witch doctors to heal, he would still have to compete with eventually that Keeper of the Grove with Tranquility, which we know is an absolute game changer. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.